Hello everybody and welcome to SFF180. It is Monday, January the 23rd and time for the mailbag. I hope all of you have had a lovely weekend, as lovely as possible, given that we are now in the dystopian timeline. But I'm here with books, so it's awesome. 8 packages this week, gonna get through them, but a couple of announcements first. In case you missed it, on Saturday, had my SFF Favorites of 2016 live show. With an awesome little group of all of my lovely friends from Booktube SFF, some new friends and some old friends. If you didn't get a chance to see that, it is archived, hard to miss. Check it out right now. It's about an hour and a half, a little longer than that. We just talk about what we liked last year. We just yammer on about books until you're absolutely sick of us. So go and check that out. Also, we are about to announce the Booktube SFF Awards. It's getting close. It's getting to be about that time. The 3rd Booktube SFF Awards are coming soon. The formal announcements aren't ready yet, but I'm just, getting the water warm for you. We have had a lovely time doing this for the last couple of years. We have even more new judges now and a more diverse array of judges. So it's going to be terrific and good fun, and it's a chance for you to make your voice heard as fans of Booktube and as Booktubers yourselves. So be ready for that coming up in the next few weeks or so, I think. But otherwise, let me think. Nope, we're good. We're done. We are going to now get into these books. And this first one is a plump little package from Random Penguin. All right, these are a couple of mass market paperbacks from DAW. I guess these are February titles. The first is Stephen Blackmore's Hungry Ghosts. This is an urban fantasy series about necromancer Eric Carter. And it says his problems keep getting bigger. Bad enough he's the unwilling husband to the patron saint of death. That sounds bad. Santa Muerte, but now her ex, the Aztec king of the dead, who has a long Aztec name I can't pronounce, has come back, and it turns out that Carter and he are swapping places. As the Aztec king of the dead with the long name breaks loose of his prison of jade, Carter is slowly turning to stone. Next, we have The Hanging Tree by Ben Aaronovitch. And this is another one of that rare breed of urban fantasy that I really like. It's from the PC Peter Grant series. I believe this may be book 6. And again, it's just set throughout London. The second book really was immersed in like the Soho jazz club scene, which was great. So wonderful atmosphere and a very real feel to these stories. So The Hanging Tree, which I guess is the 6th one, shall we? I am correct. It is the 6th one. I guess is now available in paperback from DAW. Over in England, they get a lovely hardcover, but this is okay. So look for this by Ben Aaronovitch, The Hanging Tree. And this is another fat little package from Random Penguin, and this feels like it has a couple of hardcovers. Well, okay, I was half right. These are a couple, actually. They've sent me both of them. A couple of books from Viking. These are YA novels, and it's two titles by Alison Goodman. The first of these is The Dark Days Club, which I guess is now in paperback, and then they have sent me, apparently, the brand spanking new sequel, The Dark Days Pact. So let us see what all of these are about. Dark Days Pact comes out on the 31st. And it said, well, I'll just read this first bit so as not to spoil too much, but it says, in the Dark Days Club, readers are introduced to Lady Helen Rexall. Impetuous, intrepid, and insatiably curious, Helen is on the cusp of making her debut, I guess, in society, like you do, when she discovers a sinister, not like her debut mixtape, like her debut. It's a thing. Okay, so she discovers a sinister supernatural world hiding just beneath the surface of London society, and the family legacy that makes her a part of it. She soon finds herself drawn into a terrifying conspiracy that threatens to plunge the newly enlightened world back into darkness, like what we just did inaugurating Trump. I had to take that joke. It was open. Anyway, gravitating towards Lord Carlston, a dangerous and charismatic man with a scandalous past, even as she's being courted by the Duke of Selburne, one of the most eligible bachelors in town. But Carlston's determined to recruit Helen to become part of the Dark Days Club, a secret society made up of reclaimers, demon hunters with the power to reclaim the souls of the lost, though their power comes at a cost. Okay, then. And the second one, I guess it says, picks up in June of 1812, and there are further adventures, I guess, of Lady Helen Rexall and the Dark Days Club, and the demon hunting activities that happen therein. So, all right, if you are a fan of the first book, Alison Goodman wrote the award-winning Aeon/Aeona duology. And so, yeah, so she's, I guess, well-known in YA fantasy circles, and this is her new series, now continuing. And moving on, the Random Penguin shipments continue. And in hardcover, coming out tomorrow from Rey Books, this is A Conversation in Blood. The author is Paul S. Kemp, and this is the third volume in a fantasy series called About Eagle and Nyx. There we are. And the first two volumes were The Hammer and the Blade and A Discourse in Steel, which came out in 2012 and 2013 respectively. These were actually originally published by Angry Robot Books. And then it looks like Del Rey took them over, re-released those, and now we have the third one here. And it says, most fantasy heroes seek fame, destiny, or the salvation of a kingdom. Then there is Eagle and Nyx, a renegade priest and roguish thief. Let's see. Anti-heroes, Eagle and Nyx continue to seek riches and renown, but somehow it is always misadventure and mayhem that find them in their dive bar they call home. So this sounds very much like the kind of fantasy inspired by the Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser series, or Fafhrd, excuse me, and the Grey Mouser series by Fritz Leiber, and long-standing tradition of fantasy stories about thieves and rogues. And so, I don't know, if you've read these, then you'll be excited that the third one is coming out, but if you have not read these, the third one is still coming out. So maybe a chance to discover these. But A Conversation in Blood tomorrow, the 24th, from Del Rey. And onward, I'm looking at possibly a Tor title with this one. I was wrong, that never happens. This is not a Tor title, but it's close. This is a Hyperion young adult space opera. It's called Starfall. The author is Melissa Landers, and this is the sequel to a book that I have been sent but not yet read because I was waiting for this one. Starflight. This comes out the 7th of February in hardcover, the sequel, and it says, Firefly meets Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the elevator pitch. An action-packed space opera of a YA novel that follows the disreputable adventures of the crew of the Banshee, a spaceship of ill repute, with characters that resonate with the reader as real and flawed. Good combination. A harrowing revolt and gut-wrenching reveals. Starfall is that rare sequel that surpasses its predecessor and can be read as a standalone. So there you have it. Starflight and now Starfall from Melissa Landers. This comes out, as I said, on the 7th of February. Next up, very happy to see this. This comes to me from Broadway Books, and it is City of Miracles. This is the third in the trilogy by Robert Jackson Bennett that was begun with City of Stairs and City of Blades, and so this is very exciting. All right, but anyway, it comes out May the 2nd, the final installment of the Divine Cities trilogy. I don't really want to give too much away. A wildly imaginative and deeply felt finale. So time to binge these, I would think, if you have not already. Finishing up very, very soon. It says Robert Jackson Bennett joins the likes of China Miéville. It's one of the best fantasy writers in the genre. All right, so May the 2nd, everybody, City of Miracles. Let me know in the comments. And we have another Random Penguin package. And this is awfully neat. Another YA space opera. This comes out on the 7th of February. And it is called Empress of a Thousand Skies. The author is Rhoda Belleza. I'm going to think that's the pronunciation. I usually murder the pronunciations of names. But I'm going to go with Rhoda Belleza. This is a page-turning debut novel. It says, an exhilarating space saga with cinematic scope and impossibly high stakes that follows two fugitives, a princess in exile and her accused killer, across the galaxy as they fight to reclaim a family dynasty and save the universe from a deadly threat. Crown Princess Rhiannon, known as Rey, has deadly accuracy with a blade and a thirst for vengeance. After her family perished in a suspicious accident when she was just a child, Rey grew up in exile, while a corrupt government ruled in her stead. Now Rey has finally come of age to claim her title as Empress and to avenge her family, but on the eve of her coronation, Rey is brutally attacked by a government assassin and only narrowly escapes with her life. Without knowing who she can trust, Rey goes into hiding, relying only on her sharp instincts and her trusty blade to survive. Across the galaxy, pilot Alyosha has risen above his war refugee origins to find fame as the popular star of a reality holovision show. until he is framed for the attack on Rey, and goes from celebrity to fugitive in an instant. On the run from the formidable Uniforce army, Ali, I guess, knows that his only hope is to find the princess and clear his name. Okay. Well, that sounds tropey as hell, to be honest with you, but doesn't mean it won't be fun, right? But Empress of a Thousand Skies comes out, a debut novel. Rhoda Belleza is the author, and it's February the 7th. And here we have the thing from, looks like Saga Press, and I have a sneaking feeling I know what this might be. And I was right, it's the finished copy of The Stars Are Legion. And it's all shiny and embossed and stuff. So this comes out on the 7th, again, from Saga Press. You know the drill by now, but if you don't already, Cameron Hurley has made it abundantly clear. Somewhere on the outer rim of the universe, a mass of decaying world ships, known as the Legion, is traveling in the seams between the stars. Here in the darkness, a war for control of the Legion has been waged for generations with no clear resolution. As worlds continue to die, a desperate plan is put into motion. So, expect lots of space opera goodness from Cameron Hurley. Stars Are Legion, out from Saga Press on the 7th. Look for a review real soon, because this is on my reading stack for this week. And finally, last but by no means least, we have another one that I have been looking forward to quite a while. This is All Are Wrong Todays. It's another debut. The author is Elan Mastai, however it's meant to be pronounced. February 7th is the day. February 7th is going to be a big day for new books, people. Get ready. Get your wallets ready. It says it's received a groundswell of early buzz and enthusiasm, and let's see. It's all about a young man who lives in an idyllic 2016. No poverty, no pollution, no gender gap. But after a time travel mishap, wakes up in our 2016, which to him is a terrible dystopia. It's an intriguingly timely premise, I'll say, since on November 9th, arguably half the country woke up in a similar emotional situation. They just put that right in there. I love it. In what felt like a very wrong today. Elan describes the question at the heart of his novel in this way. It's 2016. What happened to the future we were supposed to have? Or, digging a little deeper, what do we mean when we talk about the future we think we deserve? Okay. Anyway, he's apparently an experienced screenwriter, and as the packet says, this is getting a great deal of buzz. Sounds like a terrific, very timely satire, but it comes out on February the 7th. All Are Wrong Today, so let me know in the comments. And that's what we've got in the mailbag this week, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me. You know the drill. Light up the comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, which you would like to see me prioritize in the review queue. And otherwise, if you enjoyed watching, please hit the like button, share, and above all, subscribe. If you have not done so, that is how SFF180 grows as a channel, and you can also support the channel at my TeePublic store, where there are amazing shirts and other cool merch, all right? And until I see all of you lovely people next time, check out that live show, and happy reading.